All right, one more. I'm telling you, I get addicted. I don't want to stop anymore. So we're doing one more, and then we're calling it a night. We're calling it a night after that. All right, moving quick though. Gingamp versus Jan Regensburg. Gingamp have been very good. They're in the top four right now, with Hemia being huge for them. Can he score again? Can he even pass Lamar? Can he? Maybe? Possibly? They win. Mafuta scoring and Hemia. Look at him go, bro. Look at the motherfucker go. He scores another goal, and now he's in first place when it comes to goal scoring. I had no idea what this guy was before he did this, so this is like cool. This is really awesome to see this. So Hemia is now in first place with what's his name? Mafuta. Mafuta. Yeah, Mafuta. Mafuta getting his first goal of the tournament. Because finally someone else that's not Hemia scores a goal for the side of Gingamp. Probably pronouncing that wrong. I ain't no Fwance. S'il vous plaît. And Regensburg not getting a goal. Huge win for Gingamp. Pushing them up. Al-Khalud versus Dusseldorf. Two teams that have a win and a loss. Or a win and two losses, possibly. I can't remember. But they're like next to each other, so I'm assuming because Dusseldorf had lost 2 games and won 1, so I guess in the same boat. But Al-Khalud, can they get back to winning ways? And can Dusseldorf come back to winning ways? Let's see. And it's a tie, so it's neither of them. Oh, but this is important because Ethan already had a goal, so now he's like at 3. So let's go find Ethan real quick. Ethan. If I can find him. Ethan. Can't find him. He should be that far off, right? Ethan. There he is. Come back and see him. So Ethan is now at a solid 3 goals. Huge. I mean, he's one of the strikers, so he should be scoring a lot of goals. Doesn't mean that they always will though. So that's important to know. Because look at Mbappe. Mbappe only has 1 goal so far, which is crazy to me. So Ethan goes into here with his 2 goals. Maolida scores another goal for his side to put him where? Maolida. There he is, Al-Khalud. He scores his 2nd goal to push him a little bit ahead of these guys. So right here, Maolida will be the first of Al-Khalud to score 2 goals. Or Buckley as well, because Buckley scored earlier. Not that long ago either. So he's on his 2nd goal as well. Can push him all the way up here now. Everyone else has to go down once. There we go. And Buckley, you can also enter there. With a pretty mediocre 2-2. These guys are like polar opposites. Like 2 sides of the same coin. Alright, Banfield versus Barnsley. This could be a great game for Banfield. If they can win this game... Oh, we got a problem somewhere. Oh yeah, McGoldrick. Yeah, that's not great. And Lennon's their best like backup to that. Oh no. Both of these midfielders aren't cut for the job. It's gonna have to be this guy. Because we need someone who's a winger, and that's this guy. So this guy's gonna have to be that alternative. He's not gonna enter before any of these guys just because he's a right back mainly, but if the coach wants to put him as a winger, that's up to him. Nothing I can do about it. That's a huge loss for Barnsley as it is. They're already playing as bad as it is. Now they're missing a very important winger of theirs. I don't know. But they win, of course. Another goal for Mendes, but you'd expect him to win, right? Like, it's gotta be very disappointing to be Banfield right now. You see that they're missing one of their best players, and this is your chance to kind of like grasp at that situation, try and like take advantage. No, you just let them beat you. You gotta work harder than that. Like, you should never be losing against Barnsley, and Barnsley get their first victory of the tournament now. Banfield may have scored Mendes may have scored his 2nd goal, but it's kind of irrelevant in the long run. Kaylor Dunn also scores another goal for his side. So let's grab you as well. You go right there somewhere. And you go right here. Alright. Kaylor Dunn gets his 2nd goal for Barnsley. Along with, I think, Cleary. So Cleary gets his first goal of the tournament. I saw that he was the right midfielder. Cleary. And he plays for Barnsley. Well, I mean, I put an N in there. Barnsley. He gets his first goal. Again, disappointing result for Banfield. Like, that's really bad. You should be winning that game 10 out of 10 times. Mantova versus Braga. Can Braga keep on their amazing goal scoring form so far? They can't, and they lose. Fuck. This is like a redemption for all the teams that have been shit so far. Mancuso and Fiori scoring goals. Fiori had already scored before, so he's already a little bit higher up too. Let's go up right here. Boom, boom. Very disappointing for Braga. Like, terrible disappointing. And then we have teams like, and I saw Niakate. Was Niakate the guy? Yeah. Niakate and Mancuso. So Niakate for Braga, which is a center back, by the way. So their attackers could not break open this Italian side. And Mancuso for Mantova scores his first goal of the tournament. And yeah, they couldn't have brought in my boy Balvitor. He could have scored a goal. I'm just saying. So Braga, that's a very disappointing result for them. Haken versus PSV. Can Haken bounce back after their loss to Braga against one of Europe's best? We'll find out. And they do not. Oh my god, it should have been like 4-0 if it wasn't for that. Saibari scores another goal. Where's he at? Saibari. He's gotta be around here, right? Saibari. I'll probably a little bit lower now. Saibari. There he is. Saibari scores another goal. 2. I know that Veerman scores another goal. I saw a second ago. So we got Veerman there. And Veerman also scores his second goal. From deep in midfield, by the way. So good for him. But yeah, Haken got destroyed. Again, 3-0. It could have been 4. They went from the top of the world to now being like mediocre as hell. What happened, boys? Alright, Saibari. So yeah, Saibari scores the first goal. Then Veerman scores. Substitute it off, and then Plea scores another goal for his personal best. That puts him out at 3 goals now for the Eindhoven striker. Wait, what the fuck am I doing? That just puts him ahead of Al-Said. So now he's up there on the top with the 3-goal club. Good for PSV. Needed the victory after their tie last time. Crew Alexandria versus Girona. Again, this is a game where you expect Girona to win, right? But I don't know. So far, I've been misdeceived. Not this time, though. Van Aert and Van de Beek being the main. I thought I was just going to mention maybe Lamar scores again, but he doesn't. Van Aert and Van de Beek both score. Both of them being very crucial. And look, they're right next to each other. So 2 for Van Aert and 2 for Van de Beek. So that pushes both of them up a little bit on the goal scoring list. Tully straight here. Push these guys down by 1. And you guys go now with the top 2 goal scorers. Striker for Girona and the CAM for Girona. May Van de Beek is finding his form from his Ajax days. We'll see. Feyenoord versus Wisla Plock. Who's going to win this one? Just going to jump straight in. Not much to say. Oh fuck. Wisla Plock, you guys got fucking annihilated there. Sawyer, Haj Musa, Ayase, Haj Musa with the brace. Interesting, because that puts Haj Musa now at a really good 3 goals now. The right winger. So they're keeping up with PSV. PSV are like the team they're keeping up with at the moment. That puts him up pretty high right now. Haj Musa. Let me put you there. Boom, 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 boom. And we got people like Sawyer. I know he scored a goal already, but I can't remember at one point. Sauer. There he is. Sauer. Scores his 2nd goal of the tournament. Fuck. Sauer. Let me grab you, push you down. No, Sauer goes right here. I saw Ueda. He scored his goal. There he is. Perisic has scored his goal too, but unfortunately, It got disallowed. So Ayase is now in there. Fuck. As for Wisla, look, they got one goal scorer, Sakulski. So Sakulski will also join in there somewhere if I can find him. There he is, Wisla. He scores a goal to help push them. I mean, at least they got a win so far in this tournament. So like, they're not completely like they can't be completely torn down. But 4-1 is a bad result. That shows that like you had no competition in that regard whatsoever. Sakulski gets in there. So Wisla with another loss, but Feyenoord with a win, a huge win to keep up with PSV. Now we have the team that's in last place, C3 Dense, against Real Madrid. Can they do something? Can they cause an upset? Maybe, and hopefully. See, I don't usually root for teams with downfall. No! Bro, if it wasn't for Trent's 80th minute, I'm assuming that's a free kick. If it wasn't for Trent Alexander goal, C3 Dense would have fucking won. But the fact that they made Real Madrid drop points is pretty fucking, and they got fucking, of course, the guy who scores a goal, injured. Maybe if he didn't get injured, maybe they would have won. Just saying, just saying. Yamamoto for Sint Tridense. He gets his first goal, as so does Alexander Arnold. Again, another game without Mbappe scoring. Has he been a fraud this whole time? I don't know. It's worth wondering. But pretty bad loss for Real Madrid. They should be winning that game. Like, it's getting to the point. We're getting a lot of good surprises here though, so it's gonna make the table look very interesting towards when we get to the end of the thing. Because the best part of the Group A was the fact when we got to the last few match days, we kind of saw how like teams like Radomiak were fighting for survival, how Ulsan and Chengdu were fighting with each other. So we'll see. Falkirk versus Altavun. I can't do nothing about Flavio, so we're just gonna see if they can manage this game, which they do. Holy, yeah, they absolutely destroy Falkirk. With Bahusian scoring a brace, I believe, right? Yes, Bahusian scoring a brace. So he is now up to an outstanding 3 goals. So good for him, good for him. Helps him get a little bit ahead of the other guys in that regard. Oh, a little higher, there we go. So he's now up there with the rest of these guys. Means he's a good goal scorer, reliable goal scorer. As of right now, like later we get to the end of the tournament, maybe he doesn't score no more. He just gets stuck at 3 goal mediocrity. And if the Emadui, this guy, he's also at 3 goals. So good for Altawun. They get an important victory, and they demolish Falkirk. Like I said, I swear I'm surprised that they're not the team that are in last place right now. Because when I was making their squad, like they had nothing. Like there's like even the players when they're in the positions that they can barely put them in there, it's pretty bad. And now we have Besiktas versus Hull City. I'm rooting for Besiktas here. I'm hoping they can win. I'm looking at you, Tammy Abraham. Score your first fucking goal, bitch. Do something. What can we see? And they do it! Rafa Silva scores the winning goal in the 68th minute. McBurney trying to help him. And Czerny with another goal. That's really good. And so is Rafa, if I can find him. There he is. Rafa scores his second goal of the tournament. Help him out a little bit right there. He gets his team to 3 points. Huge 3 points for them. They desperately needed. Ahead of a team that could have also done something to try and beat them because they had that big victory that they needed too. But McBurney is also at a 3 goals maybe, I think. McBurney? Yeah, there he is. Yes, he did score 2 goals the other game. So that puts him up there with the rest of the guys with 3 goals. Alright. Think about it, McBurney has more goals in this competition than Vinicius and Mbappe. He has as many as both of them combined. And there we go. Alright, now I really do gotta call it a night. But let's just check the table real quick. Because I need to work tomorrow, but then I have all day on Friday to have fun with this. So we have in the top 4, Girona, Real Madrid, Guingamp, and Altavun are completing the top 4. Surprised to see Guingamp in there. I'm really surprised and happy because they also have that striker, Gemia. He's killing it right now. Altavun, they had a bit of a slip up, but that could have just been because of their midfield being a little trashy, but they got a slip up. Besiktas, PSV, Feyenoord, and Mantova completing the top 8. That's surprising. Braga fell out a little bit. Haken fell out. Alcolud, Dusseldorf, Alexandria, Hull City, Jan Regensburg, and Visapluck make up the midfield area, the middle area, with Banfield, Barnsley, Falkirk, and Sintridense all in the bottom 4. Everybody having at least a point now, though. Barnsley got their first victory, and Sintridense took a point off of Real Madrid. Not what you expect, but maybe that gives the team a little bit more like that. Hey, maybe now we can actually do something. Maybe now we can like catch up to Real Madrid, you know? So yep, there you go. That's gonna be the end of match day 4, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. So, bye bye.